Breaking news this afternoon, an explosion rocks a gas plant outside Orla. Rescue crews rushed to the scene where at least 2 people were injured. Smoke seen as far away as Midland. CBS 7 crews take you live to the scene as plant officials work to secure the site. Good afternoon. We interrupt your regular programming with breaking news out of Reeves County. Take a look at the site of the explosion just off of Highway 285, about 4 miles south of the New Mexico state line, northwest of Orla. It happened at the Ramsey plant owned by Western Gas Partners and operated by Anadarko. Plant officials say 200 people were on site during the explosion. As of right now, only 2 people suffered minor injuries. CBS 7 Sarah Strackhouse joins us live from the scene. Sarah, what are you seeing and hearing right now?
Right now, there are about 200 or more than 100 people on the side of the road. Now, take a closer look. Everyone has been evacuated from the area. Law enforcement says that it happened around 10 a.m. There are still many questions surrounding exactly what did happen. Eyewitnesses say that first they saw a fire and then they heard a loud boom. Now, we did speak to someone who was just miles down the road who said that his pickup truck actually rumbled and shook with him inside of it, and that's when he looked up and saw a number of different fires, lots of black smoke coming out. Now, we do have some facts. There are 2 minor injuries according to law enforcement. Thankfully, that was the extent of the injuries right now. Lots of law enforcement, state troopers, EMS is here. The ambulance just showed up. Everyone is here just trying to figure out exactly what happened, making sure everyone is all right. Now, 285 is closed to through traffic. They do have a detour as well. It is a Ramsey natural gas processing plant. It is operated by Anadarko, according to law enforcement. Now, make sure to stay with CBS 7. We'll continue to keep you updated. We're trying to find out exactly why the fire started and see the extent of all the damage that has been done. Reporting live in Orla, Sarah Strackhouse, CBS 7 News.
Sarah, thanks. The plumes of smoke were seen as far away as Midland, coming from the natural gas processing plant, raising concerns about health and safety. Chief Meteorologist Greg Morgan is in the studio looking into the impact on you and your family.
We want to talk about the latest with the smoke dispersion from this particular fire in Reeves County. Now, this explosion, if you've seen the video, you've seen the pictures, the smoke is going straight up into the air because the winds at the surface are light and variable. Once it gets up just a little bit into the air, the prevailing winds aloft begin to carry that plume of smoke downstream. So you can actually see the initial part of the explosion was over here. The smoke is being carried downstream out ahead of that, and it disperses as it does so. And so if this were going to happen, it happened on a day with calm and variable winds at the surface, and the prevailing winds aloft are carrying the smoke plume into areas that are largely uninhabited. So we're not talking about serious city populations directly in the path of this or in an area that could be harmed. Let me show you how this has looked over the last couple of hours here. As you can see, the smoke plume just slowly but surely dispersing from one location to the next here. You can see the smoke moving overhead. It's definitely something that you'll notice. But if you're looking at it in terms of a health effect, it's probably not going to be that big of a concern, as most of the smoke is going directly up into the atmosphere and then being dispersed. Let me show you where you can expect to see this, though. Let's head over to our map. Now, the explosion site itself is just west of the Red Bluff Reservoir, west of Highway 285. The prevailing winds are more south-southwest aloft here, and so that's going to take the smoke plume and carry it across portions of Loving County, Winkler County, the southeastern portions of Lee County, as well as Eddy County in New Mexico, and then move this. Eventually, I think folks in Odessa might see this smoke plume, but it's probably not going to move directly overhead. If it does, it's just going to clip us here. Parts of Andrews and Gaines County might see this as well, but again, by the time it arrives in these more populated areas, it'll largely be dispersed and in a loft away from the surface, so not a big health concern.
Greg, thanks. Anadarko Petroleum Corporation, the company that operates the plant, released the following statement to CBS 7. All of the approximately 200 people who were on the site at the Ramsey plant are accounted for, with 2 minor injuries reported at this time. All lines coming in and out of the plant have been isolated, and the fire is contained to one area of the plant. Now, due to this explosion, DPS says that Highway 285 is closed to northbound traffic and it detoured to County Road 652. In addition, New Mexico DPS has closed southbound traffic on Highway 285 just before the state line. DPS is also wanting to close county roads 454, 449, and 452, and we will let you know as soon as that happens with any new developments. And again, now the company that operates this plant has closed all gas lines in and out of the plant, and they have isolated that blaze, and it rocked the whole entire area. The explosion could be felt all the way in Carlsbad, which is a nearby town. This explosion rocked not only the remote area, but just like we said, it was felt in Carlsbad. We are sending it back out to Sarah Strackhouse, who is near where the explosion happened. Sarah, what can you tell us at this time?
Right now we're here with Mark Cage, the undersheriff for Eddy County. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened here behind you?
We had some type of an industrial accident with a fire. I don't have a whole lot of information right now. I know that we're just evacuating. We're assisting with the Texas law enforcement agencies and helping get people evacuated into Carlsbad.
Okay, and what about injuries? That's pretty much a big question that we've been asking. How is everyone that was there? I've
not been advised of any of the injuries. From what I'm hearing, we don't have that any life-threatening, but that's just what I'm hearing. I don't have any definite information on that. Okay, and do we know how the fire started yet? I don't. They're still investigating that. Okay, and can you tell me just quickly anything else that people might want to know if they're wondering, they have loved ones working out here? Well, 285 is closed right now. We're going to be getting everybody back with their loved ones as quick as we can, but we have a procedure we have to follow and get everybody accounted for. Absolutely. Okay. Thanks so much. Reporting live in Orla, Sarah Strackhouse, CBS 7 News.
Sarah, thank you so much. It is going to be a very long afternoon ahead for first responders going out to the scene, making sure everyone is accounted for. Again, there are only 2 injuries from this explosion, and we are hearing from county officials that it is very minor injuries. Be sure to stay with CBS 7 as we bring you the very latest on this developing story out of Reeves County.